Good morning everyone. I am Lady May Ann Assis, and today we were going to discuss about the Republic Act number 8190 or RA 8190. But before that, let's have first our learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students will be able to define what is RA 8190, discuss the contents stated in RA 8190, and value the importance of RA 8190. So what is RA 8190? So Republic Act number 8190 or the Localization Law is an act of granting priority to residents of the barangay, municipality or city where the school is located in the appointment or assignment of classroom public school teachers, which was approved on June 11, 1996. So now let's delve into its 5 sections. So first, in section 1, in the appointment or assignment of teachers to public elementary or secondary schools, priority shall be given to bona fide residents of the barangay, municipality, city, or province where the school is located, provided that the teacher possesses all the minimum qualifications for the position as required by law. So this statement is implying that when hiring or assigning teachers to public elementary or secondary schools, preference should be given to individuals who are genuine residents of the local area where the school is located. So this includes residents of the specific barangay, municipality, city, or province. However, this preference is contingent upon the condition that the teacher meets all the minimum qualifications for the position as mandated by law. So, in essence, local teachers are prioritized for employment if they are suitably qualified. So, protests regarding the appointment or assignment of classroom public school teachers shall prescribe in 3 months upon the issuance of such appointments or assignments. So, it implies that any formal objections or challenges to the appointment or assignment of public school classroom teachers must be filed within 3 months from the date the appointment or assignment is made. So after this 3 month period, no protest or disputes regarding these appointments or assignments will be considered or accepted. So next, in section 2, so this statement indicate that the Secretary of Education, Culture, and Sports has the authority to discipline individuals who willfully violate the specified act. So the disciplinary measures are as follows. So for the first violation, the individual will be suspended for 1 month without pay. For the second violation, the suspension will be 2 months without pay, and for the third and any subsequent violations, the suspension will be 6 months without pay. So these escalating sanctions aim to enforce compliance with the act by imposing increasingly severe penalties for repeated violations. So in section 3, so the Department of Education, Culture, and Sports or DEX shall prescribe the rules and regulations necessary to implement this act. The DEX shall provide the Senate and the House of Representatives a copy of the rules and regulation within 90 days after approval of this act. So this means that the DEX is responsible for creating and establishing the detailed rules and regulations needed to effectively implement the act. Furthermore, it mandates that the DEX must submit a copy of these rules and regulations to both the Senate and the House of Representatives within 90 days of the act's approval. So this ensures that the legislative bodies are informed of how the act will be put into practice and can review the implementation plan. So next in section 4, so all laws, decrees, executive orders, rules, and regulations or parts thereof inconsistent with this act are hereby repealed or modified accordingly. So it implies that any existing laws, decrees, executive orders, rules, and regulations that conflict with the provisions of this act are either repealed or completely revoked or modified to align with this act. Essentially, the act takes precedence, and any previous legal provisions that are inconsistent with it will be changed or nullified to ensure consistency and compliance with the new new act. And the last section is in the section 5. This act shall take effect 15 days after its complete publication in the official gazette or in at least two newspapers of general circulation. So it implies that the act will be become legally effective and enforceable 15 days after it has been fully published either in the official gazette or at least two widely circulated newspapers. So the 15-day period allows for public notification and awareness of the new law before it is implemented. So RA 8190 have DepEd order, which is the DepEd order number 3 series of 2013, also known as the amended implementing rules and regulations or IRR of RA 8190. So the IRR took effect on January 12, 2013, since it was published on December 28, 2012 in the Philippine Daily Inquirer. So pursuant to Section 3 of Republic Act No. 8190, otherwise known as an act granting priority to resident of the barangay, municipality, or city where the school is located in the appointment or assignment of classroom public school teachers. So the following amended rules and regulations are hereby prescribed. So it also have sections. So in section 1, the definition of terms. So the following terms shall be understood to mean. So first we have the term teacher. So here, teacher defines as a person who meets the legal minimum requirements for the position, adheres to the standards set by the Department of Education, and actively engages in teaching in classrooms and other learning centers. So, in essence, it clarifies that to be considered a teacher, an individual must legally qualified, meet departmental standards, and be involved in the actual practice of teaching students. So next term is the applicant, which refers to a person who holds a valid certificate of registration or professional license as a teacher from the Professional Regulation Commission or PRC. Second is seeking to be appointed to a Teacher 1 position. So in other words, to be considered an applicant for the Teacher 1 position, an individual must be officially licensed as a teacher by the PRC and must be actively applying for this specific teaching role. So next is the term qualified applicant, which defined as a person who meets the evaluation and selection criteria established by the Department of Education and is included in the registry of the schools division. Also, it is a bona fide resident of the area. Hence, to be considered a qualified applicant for a teaching position, an individual must not only meet the DepEd's criteria for evaluation and selection, but also be officially listed in the school's division's registry and be a genuine resident of the relevant locality. So next term infers that a bona fide resident is a qualified applicant who meets the following criteria. So has been living in the specific barangay, municipality, city, or province where the school is located for at least 6 months prior to their appointment. So can provide legal documents as specified by the department to prove their residency. So based on this definition, to be considered a bona fide resident for the purpose of a teaching appointment, the applicant must have a minimum of 6 months of residency in the relevant area and must provide appropriate legal documentation to verify this residency. So next is the term secretary, which refers to the Department of Education secretary. So this implies that whenever the term secretary is used within the context of the document, it specifically refers to the Secretary of the Department of Education. So it clarifies the identity of the secretary to avoid any confusion with other possible interpretations or titles. So next is the regional director. So the term regional director is used within the context of the document. So it specify or specifically refers to the regional director of the Department of Education. So this clarification ensures that the term regional director is understood to mean the official in charge of a regional division within the Department of Education, avoiding any potential confusion with other regional directors in different organizations or departments. So next is protest, which defined as an administrative complaint that is filed by an aggrieved applicant, referred to as the complainant, against the authority responsible for making an appointment or assignment to Teacher 1 position, and referred to as the respondent. Essentially, it clarifies, as the term protest clarifies, that a protest in this context is a formal grievance lodged by a candidate who believes that they have been wronged in the appointment or assignment process. So that's the definition of protest. So next term is the appointment, which specifically refers to the process of issuing the original appointment of teachers. So in other words, it defines appointment as the formal act of officially assigning a teacher to a position for the first time. Next is the term assignment. So it pertains to the process of placing or posting a teacher in a specific public school or other learning center. So it clarifies that assignment involves designating the location where the teacher will carrying out their teaching duties. And the last term is the word registry. So it refers to the official list maintained by the school's division that includes the names of all qualified applicants. So this registry serves as the authoritative record of individuals who meet the necessary criteria and are eligible for appointment or assignment as teachers within the division. So next we have section 2, the coverage. So these rules and regulations shall apply to appointment or assignment of teachers in all public schools and other learning centers under the Department of Education. So this statement implies that the rules and regulations mentioned will be govern and be applicable to the process of appointing or assigning teachers in all public schools and other learning centers that fall under the jurisdiction of the Department of Education. So, in other words, these guidelines are universal and mandatory for all educational institutions under the department's purview, ensuring consistency and adherence to standardized procedures in teacher appointments and assignments. So that's all with my part, and the discussion will be continued by Miss Carly Cordero. So thank you.